You left your votes, you left your comments, you made your voices heard. And the team that has won the poll and we will be doing this year's big Master League save with is oddly familiar.
And I'll tell you, honestly, I will love it if we beat them. Love it. Shearer! Oh, special!
So welcome back to the channel, and yes, we are kicking off our new Master League after the Cardiff one went so disastrously wrong. You guys made your voices heard, you picked Newcastle United as the team that you wanted to see in this Master League series, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We're not going to bother with the ICC just as a to kick off, unless we get to like the final or something, then we might play that. But it's a complete and utter waste of time. My plan is for this first episode is to get some transfer business done and to play the first game of the season. So this is our starting lineup as it stands. Looking at this, we can see what we really need to improve on. We could do with another left back because we only have one in the entire squad, and that is Paul Dummett. Even though Mankio can play at left back, but I'd rather have Mankio be as far away from the football pitch as humanly possible. We'll be looking to bring in an attacking midfielder, a natural attacking midfielder, and maybe another forward, because I have a feeling that we're going to get rid of some of them, and we're going to get rid of a couple of keepers. But yeah, a left back and an attacking midfielder are my two main areas of priority. No problem with Dubravka in goal, Yedlin, right back fine, centre back's fine, midfield pairing is grand, Richie and Kennedy out wide, and Rondon starting up front. But we will be making several changes to this side, no doubt, and let's just see what we can do with it, shall we? And who is on the chopping block? Because my God, there are several names that will not be lasting past this first month. So who are we going to be getting rid of? That is the ultimate question. Well, first of all, Longstaff, you're going to go out on loan, dear boy. Place you on the loan list. That's grand. Josh Murphy, mate, I'm afraid I will never go. Josh or Jacob? I can never remember which one it is. I think it's Jacob. It's Jacob, isn't it? It's one of the two. Either way, he's going. He's going on the transfer list because I have absolutely bugger all use for you. Oh, speaking of bugger all use, this big Egypt is going to be put on the transfer list in Hosalu, and Rob Elliott, I think, is going to have to go. I would like to keep Freddie Woodman around. I want to keep Darlow as my backup. And obviously Dubravka is going to start, so there's no place for Rob Elliott. And Jamie Sterry, we'll put you out on loan, and Callum Roberts, you can go out on loan as well. So as it stands, that is who I'm looking to get rid of, unless I've missed someone. Depending on who we bring in, we might get rid of a few more, but those are the ones that I'm definitely going to get rid of at the start of the season. So after a rigorous look through who we could possibly get on our very small budget of 18 million and a 2.7 million wage budget, like I said, we're looking for a left back and attacking midfielders primarily. So we've drawn up a list. Matteo Darmian, who I feel really quite bad for Man United. He could be an option. How much is he going for? 13 million, 12 million release fee. Might be room to haggle. Plattenhart as well from Hertha. Jordan Amavi might be a cheaper option from Marseille, 78 rated. And Emerson Palmieri, who is actually on the transfer list, so we could get him for a relatively decent fee. He's got an 8 million release fee. For a 77 rated left back, not bad at all. We move into midfield with Sander Berge, who we don't really need a defensive midfielder, but he's 20 years old, 77 rated. I feel like an idiot if we didn't pick him up. Into the attacking midfield is now Meza from Independiente, 26, 80 rated. Torgan Hazard, 25. Pascal Gross from Brighton. Sergi Canales from Real Betis. Kai Havertz from Bayer Leverkusen. And Ruben Loftus-Cheek from Chelsea. Those are my primary targets, all quite pricey given our relative lack of budget. And I put in a couple of forwards as well. Alassane Plea, because obviously we're trying to get rid of Joselu, so if we could bring in someone of quality, happy days. Alassane Plea and Gabriel Barbosa, Football Manager 12 favourite Gabby Barbosa. So we're going to put in a few offers for some of these lads. I think Emerson is going to be our primary target left back because he's the most affordable. Look at that, we can get him for 5.8 million possibly. Want him on preferably a 3-year deal. It's these wages that are really going to kick our ass. Maybe a 2-year deal, 1.5 million. Don't really want to give him a release. What's his release fee? 8.3. Oh god. Well, we'll be making a profit on him anyway. We'll have a little go at that. So Emerson Palmieri, you are our first of our negotiations. Sander Berge, he doesn't want to sign for me, but I would quite like him to sign for me. Who is the most likely to sign? Torgan Hazard, actually, and Sergi Canales. So we'll put in. Oh, but they're also bloody expensive. I would like Loftus-Cheek, actually. I think out of all of these, he's 22, 78 rated. So let's have. Oh, good lord, has he got a release fee? He does not. Oh, balls on many knobs. Right, we're definitely right. We're not going to get Ruben Loftus-Cheek, it would seem. Let's try Torgan Hazard. Let's see what sort of money they're after. Oh god almighty. Oh, dearie me. Okay, we may have to rethink this strategy somewhat. Who's the cheapest? It is Loftus-Cheek at 10 million. God almighty. Who's got it? Canales has a 10 million release fee, which is less than his value. Meza has a 15 release fee. Okay, might put in a cheeky little bid for Sergi Canales of his release fee. So he's got 10 million release fee. I'll give him a 3-year deal. I'm going to drop that wage down significantly. Oh, dearie me. If we bump up his release, what's his 10 million release fee at the minute? Okay, alright. I don't mind giving people release fees, it's just as long as I can actually get them into the club. And then we can, you know, get our use out of them. And then, and hardly anybody ever comes in for release fee players anyway. So, okay, Sergi Canales, we'll go in for you. And Alassane Plea and Gabriel Barbosa. The thing about Plea is he can play as a forward. He can play as a forward or an attacking midfielder. And he's got a relatively cheap release fee, so I'll have me some of that. Thank you very much. If we can, we're gonna have to pay it to get him, really, because otherwise we're a little bit knackered. Okay, well we can put in options for these lads. We don't have to. We can bump his contract length, or his down to 1.4. Okay, we'll try that. Like I say, we can negotiate further whenever we get responses back from clubs about these lads. So those are our 3 ones that we're going to make at the minute. Emerson, who I think is the most urgent that we need to bring in, so we'll be trying to bring him in more so than everyone else. Sergio Canales and Alassane Plea. Also, for this series, obviously I want you guys' input on transfer negotiations. However, we will not be signing, as a rule, we will not be signing anyone that we had in last year's Master League. So no Kuma Babakar, unfortunately, no Oliver Burke, no Diego Alves, as much as I love him. So none of those lads from last year. It's going to be a purely new squad because we want to make new legends with this save. So we're going to forward time and see what the crack is avec negotiations. The International Champions Cup kicks off today. Who cares? We're not going to play it. Who actually cares? So we simulated the first game. We lost 4-2 to Ajax. Fantastic. I think this is going to be the theme of this particular pre-season tournament. Aha! Now we have updates on our negotiations for all 3 of the lads that we put in offers for. So let's go and have a look and see what's happening. Okay, so since we put in all of their release fees, we seem to, there's no problem with that. Actually, we paid less for Palmieri, so we're actually getting him for quite the snip. We'll try and renegotiate down that contract, that salary. Or do we want to risk it? We do need a left back quite badly. But you know what? For 5.8 million, and then it's going to take a good chunk of our salary, to be fair. But hopefully with some sales will be grand. And Palmieri, left back is the position we desperately need more than anyone else. So Emerson Palmieri, welcome to St James's Park, you handsome, handsome devil with the lovely hair. So there we go, we have 12 million left and we have 1.1 million in the salary budget, which is not great. Actually, that's something I need to do. Hold on a second. Actually, before I do that, I'll try and renegotiate down a little bit. That's the best I can do, I'm afraid, for Playa in his contract. And Canales, we're going to have to try and do the same to get it down to 1.1 million a year, which is not happening. It's absolutely not happening. So we'll bring it down to about 1.6 and hope that we can get some sales in the meantime. But what I meant to do, actually, where is it? Manager's office, finance, yes, budget settings. We want to receive, oh, they are all set to salary budget. Fantastic, we'll change that one to receive a salary budget as well. Because I'd rather have some money going into our salary budget than our transfer budget, as it's ridiculously low, as you've just seen. So that will help in some way, shape, and or form. We skip the next game in the ICC against Leon and we lose. Imagine my astonishment. There have been updates for Canales and Playa. Primarily we'd want Playa because he is more versatile than Canales. He can play as a forward and as an attacking midfielder, even though Canales would be a little bit cheaper. But as regards to salary, I think we're going to have to go with what we could just, and I mean just about afford him in both transfer fee and salary. So Alassane Playa, you sir, are going to come to Newcastle United as our new attacking midfielder / striking type person. So we'll accept those terms and we will have bugger all cash left. Oh Jesus, it's really hit us rather hard, but we've got some quality. He's in Alassane Playa. And here he is, Alassane Playa, signing his contract at St James's Park. Doesn't he look delighted and like he doesn't regret anything at all? There we go, that's not a forced smile, he's happy to be here. Absolutely. Alassane Playa, our big money signing, as I give a thumbs up because I'm cool. And we skip the final game of the ICC, and unbelievable, I can't believe we've lost again. Oh, I'm gutted, I'm absolutely bloody gutted. There we go, we finished bottom of the table with no points, with a -5 goal difference. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right, so we have some offers for some of our players. Hopefully now we can recoup some transfer cash and some salary cash. But it's mainly for loans, and one's for DeAndre Yedlin, who I'm not planning to sell. But Rob Elliott, that could be an intriguing way to go. So let's have a look and see what Rayo Vallecano have offered for Rob Elliott. He's valued at 3 million, and they've offered 2.4 for him. We have room to renegotiate, I would think. I mean, I would take 2.4, but preferably I'd like for somewhere near his value. So we'll go with 2.7, and if you give me that, you can absolutely have him, Rayo Vallecano. DeAndre Yedlin, you sir are going absolutely nowhere, so we're going to refuse all offers for you and those negotiations. La da da. Jamie Sterry to team that I assume is made up. Either way, you can go, which is good. And Longstaff to Emmen in, I believe, Holland. Is that for a full or for a transfer? Oh, it's for a, it's for a loan. Okay, I can read. It's fine. Transfer. Okay, happy days. Grand. So we're going to get a loan fee, but we will continue to pay his wages. So we're up to 1 million in the transfer budget. Fantastic, and we still have bugger all in the salary. But that's fine for now. I think we've upgraded the squad. I'm happy with the squad that we have, actually, oddly enough. I think we've upgraded quite nicely. And we will hopefully make some... Well, if we can make more money, happy days, see if we can bring in a few more. But with the money we've spent, I'm happy with the additions that we've made so far. So after all the hype, all the speculation, all the transfer dealings, we come to the first game of the league season. And wouldn't you bloody believe it, the sheer irony of the whole thing, or maybe it's a coincidence, I'm not entirely sure of the definition of irony. But either way, we're playing Cardiff City in our opening game of the Premier League season. Well, you couldn't have bloody written it. Well, clearly somebody did. So we are going to take on Cardiff in our opening game. We're going to change that kit first though, because it might clash ever so slightly. We'll go with this lovely stripy number. So yeah, who are we playing in this Cardiff City team? See how it differs from the one that I had out. We have Brian Murphy in goal, which is ridiculous and should never be a thing. Bamba, Morrison, Cunningham, Patterson, Damour, Arter, Hoylett, Mendez-Lang, Camarasa and Bobby Reid. We will go with what will probably be our starting lineup for the foreseeable future, with Dubravka in goal, Lascelles, Fernandez, Emerson, Yedlin, Shelvey, Key, Kennedy, Ritchie, Playa and Rondon. We should win this opening game. Admittedly, we should have beat them in real life, and we didn't do that because, you know, of reasons. But yes, Cardiff City, if I have proven anything from our previous Master League of this season, is that Cardiff are terrible. And no matter how terrible that the team I will be playing as is, we should absolutely run through them. So a good start is required, and we should get it. And I'm happy, and I'm coming across as a bit cocky. But that's fine, because this team is terrible. Wait and see them beat me 5-0 now, and me throw my controller through my rather expensive telly. But we'll come to that, cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's kick off the season! The opening day of the Premier League season, and we've had to go to Wales, of all places. A good start is required, no matter who it's against, no matter if it's against Cardiff City or if against Manchester City. A win is, at least a good performance is all I'm after, normally. But against a team like Cardiff, I feel like we should absolutely win this game and put a marker down for the rest of the season. And we are underway for the new Premier League and Master League season. If you aren't wearing a hat, go and get one, put it on your head and hold on to it, because we're in for a roller coaster of a season, metaphorically speaking. You can't put a roller coaster on a football pitch. I think that's at least a bookable offence. Chance to see how the new boys will do as well. Here's Voldemort, aka John Joe Shelvey. Now, Playa with his first touch as a Newcastle player. He's got Rondon running through, back through for Playa. What a chance for an opening goal in his debut! And Alassane Playa has scored on his debut. Well, that'll do. That will absolutely do. Well done, big man. We're playing him as a support striker in behind Rondon, and the two link up fantastically to give us the lead at the Cardiff City Stadium. Matt Ritchie's happy. Look at this, Playa picks it up just inside his own half, finds Rondon, keeps his run going, lovely 1-2 between himself and Solomon Rondon, and Playa slots it past Brian Murphy, and we take a 1-0 lead in the early going. Can we build on this and absolutely run roughshod over this Cardiff City team? This is what you get for being terrible, Cardiff. 5 minutes in and we have the lead. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. There's Rondon. Can't get away from Cunningham. Reid, back to Damour, finds Cunningham again, looks for the ball over the top towards Hoylett. If we could, well, that was a bit more complicated than it should have been. Here's Camarasa, lovely flick. Here's Hoylett now, ball in towards Camarasa. He's still going. Camarasa's hit the crossbar. It's back to Camarasa, blocked by Shelvey and blocked again by Shelvey. And we are living on the edge, and not in the Aerosmith sort of way. In the perilous sort of way. But there's a ball over the top looking for Rondon. If he can reach it, he can. Rondon with the strike. Saved by Murphy. Okay, we really do need a second goal now because Cardiff are piling on the pressure. Can't do anything with it. And that is the end of the first half. An eventful first half, I'd say. One which we looked like we were going to dominate. And then Cardiff came really into it for the latter part of that second half. We need a second goal, I think. Cardiff have started this second half the same way they ended the first. Oh, he's gone through. It's gone through, and a real chance, and he's put it wide as Mendez-Lang. the second huge opportunity that Cardiff have had in a very short space of time. That's appalling. That's a really bad effort, and we've got incredibly lucky. Here's Key. Now Shelvey. Terrible pass from Shelvey. That's not even a... He's wearing the same colour shirt as you, mate. That just is the way to find that out. And here's Bobby Reid. He's got pace. He's in. It's Reid, and he's put it wide. He has put it wide. Right, we really need to get a second goal here because Cardiff are taking the piss. Well, they're taking the piss in regards to their finishing. That's a really good ball through. Reid's through one-on-one. And he's put that just wide. We are living dangerously here. Ball out wide for Mendes Lang. It's blocked, but Cardiff still have it. Reid, good tackle by Fernandez. Can't get it away. Can't get it away. Sort of can. And he's given a free kick away. How is that a free kick, ref, you buffoon? No. Yes, Fernandez, I agree with you. I absolutely do. This ref is an absolute tube. Let's see here. Ball comes in. Nothing wrong. What's wrong with that? He wins the ball. Referee. See if they score from this. I'm blaming you, and you specifically. Cardiff do have a free kick. It's swung in by Arter. It's awkwardly dealt with. More up than out. And it's still not away. It's still not away. It's still not away. Dubravka with a big save. And the follow-up is in. The follow-up is in. And Cardiff City equalised through Callum Patterson. And my God, this is embarrassing for me. After all the smack I was talking about this terrible, terrible team. And they are terrible. Why aren't I winning this game? But a free kick that arguably should never have been given. We didn't deal with it, to be fair. Shot, big save by Dubravka. Nothing he could do but the follow-up. And we have surrendered our lead. Richie. Now, Player. He's in. He's in behind. Needs support. Player looks to pull it across. Rondon can't get there. Comes out to Key. Who's going to smack it back in. Ki Sung-yong. Big save by Brian Murphy. That's good. That's more impetus that we need. Play it. Oh, Rondon, just stick out a foot and you've tapped it in, son. But we have a corner. That's something at least. Taken by Richie. And a bad ball in towards Player. Headed to the back post. Look to head it back in and it's cleared away. Oh, Lascelles has let that run. Oh my God, please do not get there first. Oh my God, he's in. He's in. How has he got away? How has he got away? Big save Dubravka. Right, well that's just incredibly sloppy from everyone involved. Triple change. Everyone is knackered. Muto, Diame and someone else is coming on. Atsu, that's who it is. Ball in behind for Emerson. Who's been fouled and we do get a free kick. There's got to be a booking in there, ref, surely. Come on. What are you shaking your head for? Yes, good boy. Good boy. Shelvey stands over this. It's going to have to be a good delivery here. Shelvey. It's not a bad ball in. Rondon can't get there. Comes out to Emerson. Going to have a shot. Big save by Murphy. It's still there. Atsu still has it. Find Shelvey. He's going to have a dig. Shelvey. Easy save by Murphy. And that may well be the last chance that we have in this game. Please do not do this to me. Please don't do... No. No, 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 no. Anyone but Cardiff. They've messed it up. Muto, just boot it away, Yedlin. I don't care at this stage. And that will do it. A very, very disappointing start to our season. A 1-1 draw away at Cardiff. When we took the lead after 6 minutes, everything looked so well. And I was giving it, I was being Billy Big Bollocks, and it's come back to bite me in the arse, metaphorically speaking. Man of the match has been given to Alassane Playa with his goal. Matt Ritchie with a 4.5, and he played the full game. That is shocking. He's the worst player on the pitch. Jesus Christ. Admittedly, it is the first game of the season, so we don't really hold much stock in the Premier League table after one game, but there you go. We sit in 6th. Because, God, there's a lot of teams that drew. Tottenham, City, Leicester and Wolves and Watford were the only teams to win on the opening day. Palace, Bournemouth, Huddersfield, Brighton and Everton all lost. Everyone else drew. So that will do it for the very first episode of this brand new Master League series with Newcastle United. A very, very disappointing start to our season with that 1-1 draw away at Cardiff, but we did bring in some quality additions, one of which scored on his debut. So let's see who we will have in the next episode. So we do still have a bit of the transfer window to go. We will round that all up in the next episode. There we go. But before that, we will have Crystal Palace to play in the next game. Then a big old break, and then we play Fulham and Wolves. So we'll see, maybe get those 3 games played in the next episode. Palace, Fulham, and Wolves. Are we at home for 1 or 2 of those? We're at home. We're away at Palace, home to Fulham, and away to Wolves. But that will be in the next episode. That is the first one done and or dusted. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for getting involved in the poll and leaving your comments below. Of course, do let me know which players you'd like me to sign in the for the rest of the transfer window, who you think we should let go, anyone that we can try to find in January. Keep in mind, we do have bugger all money after I've splashed the cash. But then being at Newcastle, splashing the cash isn't really something you get to do very often, so I figured I might as well make the most of it. But do leave your suggestions in the comment section below. Thank you once again for watching. If you did enjoy this video, do hit that like button and do hit that subscribe button. It does help us out a whole heap. And do hit the bell icon so you're notified when we make new videos such as the Master League and other general football-based tomfoolery. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.